All right, Dylan Matthews, are you ready for these 4 blockbusters?
I was born ready.
I like that. The swag is off the charts today. All right, here we go. Potential John Collins sign and trade blockbuster number 1 for the Hawks. The 76ers trade Ben Simmons to the Atlanta Hawks for John Collins and Kevin Huerter. Dylan Matthews, you're the GM.
Oh, you're starting off with a doozy. My knee-jerk reaction was, heck no, do you see what Ben Simmons did in the playoffs? But then I started to get logical and I actually started to think about it a little bit, and it actually doesn't sound bad because if we did trade for Ben Simmons, he would not be our point guard. He would, yes, take the spot of John Collins. Ben Simmons is big enough to guard 1 through 5. Versatile option. He's better in the post. He's better driving to the basket. There were rumors and, there were reports, not from anywhere specific, but it was to be said that Ben Simmons wasn't driving into the lane like he should have, and he wasn't dominant as he could have been because Joel Embiid was taking up the space in the paint. Now, again, I don't know how true that is, and that's why I'm still kind of skeptical about trading for Ben Simmons. But if that is true, he would have, the paint somewhat to himself, I guess, but there is that Clint Capella factor. Now, you could do a thing if you really, really wanted to when Onyeka Okongwu comes back, and even you could do this probably with Danilo Gallinari. Go a super small, maybe try to imitate a Golden State Warriors death lineup where you have Trey at the 1, you would put Bogey at the 2, then you could have either Cam, DeAndre, who's ever in the game, at the 3, put Ben Simmons at the 4, Danilo Gallinari at the 5. Maybe that could be something that worked. They all could stretch the floor. You could maybe work Ben Simmons exclusively out of the post. And maybe, just maybe, Nick, and this is my last point on this, we can actually get Ben Simmons to shoot because...
No, that's not going to happen. He never will. He's not going to do it.
But the thing is, though, Nick, I saw some tape from a long time ago. Ben Simmons' rookie year, summer league. He was shooting, and his shot didn't look bad. And
Keyword summer league.
I know,
I need
but
him shooting in April, May, and June.
And then I will point to this too. I know it's a different story. I know this isn't the same player, but look at Markelle Fultz, how he got revitalized in Orlando, and where was he? Philadelphia. Yep. So maybe we could fix Ben Simmons like Orlando fixed Markelle Fultz.
All right, so Dylan Matthews, yes or no? Great analysis. I need your decision.
No. Ultimate decision is no because too many ifs.
Yeah, I mean, look, I like the flexibility that he and Trey could maybe take turns, and you can play Trey off ball. There's a lot of things you could do with Ben Simmons. To your point, he can play 1 through 4, maybe even a 5 at times. But when I saw a guy that passed up a dunk in a playoff game, that showed me everything I need to know about Ben Simmons. So for me, emphatic no. If you would have asked me back in April or May, I'd be like, yeah, probably. But me, no. All right, number 2. The Portland Trailblazers trade Damian Lillard for John Collins, DeAndre Hunter, Kevin Huerter, Onyeka Okongwu, and picks.
This is easy. Heck no. No, you are not. No, you are not giving up your future for a guy that we already have. We already have a Damian Lillard. His name is Trae Young. We talked about this way back in the past. Me and you did, Nick. The only difference, in my opinion, right now between Damian Lillard and Trae Young is Trae Young's not going to dunk on you. Damian Lillard could dunk on you. They do the same thing. Both ball-dominant guards with unlimited range can get to the paint. What's the difference?
You think this would be just as bad as Brooklyn with Harden and Kyrie?
Yes. Why uproot your young stars in your depth for a guy that you essentially already have? I'm not doing it.
Let me run this by everybody again. It would be Damian Lillard for John Collins, DeAndre Hunter, Kevin Huerter, Okongwu, and picks.
And you're taking away all your defense too.
I'll tell you what, I do it, and I do it in a heartbeat.
Huh?
Here's why. You need 2 stars to win in this league. By and large, you need 2. You'd have them, Trey and Dame. Trey at the point, Dame at the 2. Now, even though you're giving up Collins, Hunter, Herter, and Okongwu, I don't care about the picks because those picks would be irrelevant anyway.
Right.
They would end up being like Skylar Mays. So
Right.
who cares? Here's your rotation. If you do this, you have Trey, Damian Lillard, Bogey, Cam Reddish, Capella, Gallinari, Dunn, and then you fill in a few other spots with, whoever. I mean, that's 7 guys right there. You're looking for 2 or 3 role players. I mean, you're giving up 4 to get 1, but that 1, I mean, he's a top 10 player in the league, right?
Yeah, it's too much of the same player for me now. Okay. And I think this is a guy you're probably gonna be in one of your scenarios. Now, if you're telling me that's Bradley Beal, yeah, do it in a heartbeat. No, I'm not even thinking about it. I've been wanting Bradley Beal. But for Damian Lillard, him and Trey are just too much of the same for me. We already have a Damian Lillard, basically. I mean, obviously, there are some differences, but when you boil it down to what they do, it's the same thing.
All right, blockbuster number 3. The Wizards, as we will go to what you just mentioned. The Wizards trade Bradley Beal for John Collins, Kevin Herter, Okongwu, and picks. I think you automatically already said you're 100% in on that.
Yeah, if Travis Link gets offered that, don't even think about it. Just say yes. Just do it. I mean, that's easy to me.
I'm not opposed to it. I mean, I am emphatically in favor of Lillard over Beal. I would say no because here's my thing. I get Bradley Beal's a really good player, and he and John Wall years ago, it didn't work. Beal and Westbrook's on the team now.
Yes.
And I don't really know that that's worked. No. So isn't the same logic applied here to Bradley Beal as Dame Lillard?
No. Bradley Beal can score. He's way, way, way better at playing off ball than I think Trae Young or Damian Lillard could be.
Okay.
Because he was just doing it, putting up buckets with Russell Westbrook, who is very ball dominant. Bradley Beal, I feel like, could play with any type of guard. I think that's just how good he is. He can work coming off of screens. And if you need him to, he can handle the ball. He can give Trae Young extra rest. There's just so much more I feel like you could do with a guy like Bradley Beal than Damian Lillard. Bradley Beal does not need the ball in his hands 24/7 to be effective. And I think Damian Lillard is more that type of dude. So I would say heck yes. Quick, fast, and in a hurry, Nick Cale, to Bradley Beal.
I haven't heard of quick, fast, and in a hurry in a long time. By the way, I love that phrase. Used to use that like back in 1999. Here's the thing. And when we mentioned with Beal, we mentioned with Lillard, we mentioned even Simmons. Does any of these moves, and again, they're all hypothetical blockbusters. This is just kind of fantasy speculation fun. Do any of those kind of stunt the growth of Cam Reddish? Because I believe coming out of this postseason run, especially towards the end of it, when Cam was balling out, that we might have our own 21, 22 point a game guy to go next to Trey.
No, for sure. Cam can be that dude, and I am really, really interested to see what Nate McMillan does with Cam Reddish for a full entire season. I think we got a glimpse of it in the postseason, and I think there was they had Nate McMillan mic'd up, and he was just talking to Cam and saying, just go play your game, do your thing, go play your game. I think Cam Reddish really can have a breakout season this upcoming year. And, if Sean Thomas is listening right now, I know he's probably getting on me because I've been saying Cam Reddish is going to break out, and he hasn't yet. But I really, really am confident that this could be the year for Cam Reddish.
All right, final one, and it's the only time they bring up a big. But the Lakers trade Anthony Davis for John Collins, Clint Capella, Kevin Herter, and Cam Reddish.
Ooh, that is tough, but
that's the pricey. It's two bigs
pricey.
And 2 wings, but you're talking about maybe one of the top 5 best players in the league.
Man,
you got to give to get, man.
So John Collins, Clint. Who are the other ones?
Herter and Cam.
See,
I would do it.
You got to do it. I mean, I would hate to give up Cam. I'm not worried about Capella or Collins, or Herter. It's Cam for me. But, I mean, if you're keeping DeAndre Hunter, I'm okay with that. So you got to do it.
Trey in the brow equals a championship.
Trey in the brow equals a chip, man. So, you got to do it. You can't turn that down.
All right. So I got 2 yeses. I would be in on Anthony Davis and Damian Lillard. I would turn down Ben Simmons and Bradley Beal. And you are in on all of them except for Lillard?
Yes, I'm at one. I will ultimately say no to Ben Simmons just because it's too many ifs, but it would be interesting. I wouldn't hate it, but I wouldn't do it if I was the GM.
Gotcha.